You just picked up yet another timeline boss prophecy and feel like I have to do like so many echoes and waste so many glyphs to take down these prophecies, and it's gonna take me ages. Not anymore. I am Moorhuhn, and today we are talking about how to complete your timeline prophecies very quickly. But before we go into the exact tactic, let's talk about two things you do need for this. First of all, you do need a kinda strict loot filter because you do not want to hover over all the items that are dropping and just want to pick up what you need very quickly. Second of all, you need to be able to do the harbingers. These two things are pretty much mandatory for this strategy. So let's talk about the strategy itself. For this strategy, we want to do the boss and, well, not waste our entire stability. So how do we do that? First of all, well, we need the stability to start the boss, and we have to, as I said, activate the Harbinger. Then what we're going to do is, well, take down the boss as quickly as possible for our build, and check out what kind of loot drops. Well, we've got 3 idols here, and leave the area. Now, timeline bosses that are guarded by a Harbinger will fail if you don't kill the Harbinger. Also, you are not getting the boss loot. This is pretty much the biggest downside of the strategy, so only do this for bosses where you don't care about the loot. But now you can see we barely lost any stability because the boss fight technically failed. But we did kill the boss himself or itself, so it is enough to trigger our prophecy. This means that as long as we do not kill the Harbinger, but kill the boss, we can progress all of our prophecies that are correlating to this boss. So as long as you have like a lot of your timelines just far enough to do the boss, 1 glyph of envy every like 5 or 6 bosses is enough to just keep doing these bosses. This is a lot cheaper than, well, progressing like 800 stability per boss kill with your glyphs, and you quickly would run out of them. So this strategy is very strong if you just want to do the prophecies. Also, usually you don't really farm in a lot of different timelines, mostly just 1 or 2. If you have different strategies for like one where you have a specific corruption level, one where you farm arenas, one where you run echo webs, something like that. But generally, most of your timelines usually are just running dry and you don't really do anything with them. So it also feels kinda bad doing the boss prophecies in them because, well, it's kinda pointless. So this is a very nice strategy to just take these prophecies and not feel like, well, this is going to take ages, because actually it's fairly quick and very efficient. So these boss prophecies quickly should go from, well, I don't really want to pick them to, well, this is going to be quick. Though I do personally not like all of these bosses, and some really are annoying, and I'd like to know what is your most hated boss, and write it down in the comments, let me know why it is Lagoon, and, well, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.